Welcome back, everybody. Aesop Grim here. This is the continuation of our Endless Space 2 tutorial, where we are playing the tutorial. We're on turn 52. We're about to rotate to turn 53. Let's get the countdown timer going. Currently, I don't really know how to get at these pirates. I also don't know how to colonize systems. This is a back-to-back recording, so I haven't looked anything else up. But I don't know how to colonize planets within systems that are already colonized. So that's kind of really seriously impeding our growth. I also need to get out and explore other avenues and stuff, but I have plenty of anomalies that I need to be looking at as well. So we're going to click End Turn. And again, no, cannot target allied or friendly fleets. Oh, they're not pirates anymore. They're the amoeba. That's the amoeba fleet. Okay, let's move to here. We got one more turn for a probe to show up, and that's what we need for this system. Let's move into here. And am I able to... None of these are colonizable. What was the system that I was going to be going to? Was it this one? Yes, it was this one. Okay, end turn. And we now have interspecies HR. We can build culture centers, and we have colonial rights. System improvement and unique improvement. I think we've read both of these. Yes, we have. Okay. X out. We gained a population of Nearus on Osulo. And we got a hero level up. Let's take the second one. Rousing Orator, +2 influence per population on planets. Alright, next will be Pioneering Spirit. +2 deposit value on strategic resources. This might be a good tree to go down. Oh, we have these options open now. Oh yeah, this one. Oh, these are pretty powerful, both of these. Okay. I think. Remember, I don't really exactly know what I'm talking about. Okay, so we're done with that. And we just gained an intergalactic supermarket in Dessay. So, if we take a look at Dessay, we can go with the culture center. Oh, that's right, the I tier. Oof, boy. I'm gonna say this followed by this. Look at that, 34 and 85 turns. Holy smokes. That's a long time. All right. How are we doing here? Everybody is producing. How does an empire emerge victorious? Select the victory tab. We've looked at that before. We're number 1 Oh, no, we're probably tied. We're third in score. We're first in supremacy. How so? Bring all the major factions' home systems under your control. Oh, we're tied. We're second in conquest. You own 4 out of the 22 required star systems. We're probably tied for first. Yeah, you have researched 0 out of the 4 required technologies of the Endless. We're fourth in economy. That's not good. We're first in wonder. No, we're tied. Okay. Yeah, so I'm playing the game really bad. What else can I do here? Is there a system maybe that... Is there a planet worth... I mean, it's a small planet. They're not... These are not attractive options. Tiny... We could go here. Let's head this way. Okay, our other ships. The system is already colonized, so maybe you have to have... Well, I was gonna say maybe you have to be into these areas. Maybe we need this one taken up, and when this one is taken up, look at all the dots here. This is all activity. This planet is really built up. And maybe once you have that planet built up, well, look, they got stuff in orbit, then you can colonize here for overflow. That might be it. I still need to look online and verify that, but that might be what's going on. Okay, this is my fleet. And here we can investigate the last anomaly in this system. And we got antimatter. Okay, now my patrol ship can now move down to Dill. Oh, darn. I keep hitting the wrong thing. There you go. Oh, see, he's going to go across instead of this way because it's faster. All right, what else do we have? I've already moved my colony ship. Yeah. We're building everywhere. Whoa. Oh, research queue empty. All right. Thanks for warning me about that. Well, I think we should research some military tech to try and get that. We're now at +7 on influence. That's good. To try and get the party influence up. Tractable armaments. Titanium shrapnel. Support module, kinetic enhancer, and titanium slugs. System improvement, electromagnetic shield. See, the unfortunate thing is that these are not especially needed right now. We're not under any... We haven't even made contact with alien nations yet. But it sure feels like we need to throw a bone towards the military faction to improve their political position, their influence within our society. So I'm going to research survival suits. And we're going to end turn. Research complete survival suits. That was fast. Maybe that was the free tech. In which case I should have used it on one that would take a lot longer. Okay. Diplomatic relation changed with Epistes. They're now amicable. Solo quest complete. A hidden rebellion. When you can no longer lead this great empire, as Stellaris should remain in the seat of power, Lena will be emperor-elect. A fitting tribute should be constructed to mark this great honor you have bestowed upon her. They cheered loudly when you announced Lena as emperor-elect. Not unexpected, perhaps, given her name. She will need to play a more prominent role in proceedings now. Produce at least 150 dust per turn in your empire. We just now accomplished this, and our reward is that we got a hero. So we can put her, we can have her be a governor. Alright, solo quest started chapter 2, looking to the future, excavating the past. I've never seen this before. The last time I went through this tutorial, and I didn't go all the way before I decided I wanted to go ahead and record a playthrough on it. But I had not achieved that. I didn't achieve 150 dust per turn. So I haven't seen this before. The trail runs cold. Julinka rots in the cells, silent. Nobody knows anything about the ancient rebellion, or nothing they're prepared to admit, at least. The knowledge eats away at you, day after day after day. You torture yourself, knowing how many countless thousands of patriots it must have taken to enact such a betrayal. Hidden shipyards, empire funds siphoned off official accounts, redacted records, double lives. Some of the snakes must still be among the masses here on Raya, lying over and over to preserve their skins. Will you need to research every lead yourself to know the truth? Who can be trusted? You try to put the matter out of your mind and instead think of the millions of true patriots. Now the matter of emperor-elect has been settled. It is time to turn your attention to their futures and your legacy. What course should the great united empire be set on before your rule ends? Well, we could win 5 battles. In this age of uncertainty, when the stars harbor the other, your empire will benefit from embracing its Sheridan side. The Emperor-elect Lena Zaleva should witness and understand the might of your military fleets. Enemy fleets do not have to be eliminated, just defeated. United Empire. You have held this empire together for nigh on 40 years by maintaining the United Empire values of order, labor, and prudence. Emperor-elect Lena Zalevas must see how an empire is built. Reach stage 3 of the economy and trade quadrant of the technology tree. Acquire luxury resources, then begin a system development project. Afterwards, enact the project on the required systems. Okay, that's very involved. Oh, what's the reward? For Sheridan, the reward is Gjallarfire. A weapon module. It's a laser. It does 36 DPS with a 20% crit chance. Optimal at medium distance. This is kind of nice. United Empire hold at least 3 systems of level 2 or higher. You would get a sci-fi design school. Create a dedicated space of learning where talented science fiction writers can come together and study how the products of their imagination can be used to design whole new industries. That sounds laughable, except that Star Trek. I'm more of a Star Wars fan than a Star Trek fan, but Star Trek used the imagination of Gene Roddenberry to come up with things that were later, they seem to be pretty well reflected in some Apple technology. And that phrase that you keep hearing me say, that Andy Warhol said in the 60s, it's a question. It's a rhetorical question. Does life imitate art, or does art imitate life? The answer is yes. It's both. What we can imagine in the future when future technologies come online, what people's imaginations in the past have come up with, we're talking people with next level gifted imaginations. These are your artists, your people who can write books and tell fictional novels. It's one of the things that made C.S. Lewis such an amazing academic, was that he could do both. He could debate you using logic, but he could also write a series like the Chronicles of Narnia, and he would use imagination to illustrate truth, you know. And so what happens is you get people who are gifted like that, who come up with all kinds of new ideas. Isaac Asimov, you know, stuff that they just dream up out of their heads, but it's plausible in the worlds that they build. And then whenever we gain the technological ability, people who were influenced by those books already have those ideas in their mind, where they would not have been able to create that on their own. They got it from somebody else, the idea. So the two are linked. So we have Sci-Fi Design School, create a dedicated space of learning where talented science fiction writers can come together and study how the products of their imagination can be used to design whole new industries, plus 20 industry per system level. That doesn't really sound like an enormous payoff, and this is the most in-depth accomplishment. Mazari. The ancient Mazari clan sailed the stars by understanding the great beyond. As your empire spreads through the galaxy, you should do the same. Studying the full range of worlds would be a good start. Hot, cold, and temperate climate-type planets must be possessed via an outpost or colony. Okay. Possess planets of every climate type. Gas type not required. The reward would be Who's Yuri? What in the world? A game show? System Improvement Science, a game show named after the extremely scientifically illiterate Yuri Palin, a man who decided to eat frozen oxygen on the outpost world of Mari 7, thinking it would grant him the ability to walk across the airless world unaided. Oh no. Every week, the show now seeks to discover the stupidest individual in the system. Oh, this sounds mean. Seeking to avoid the shame, the population has never been more scientifically informed. +5 science per population per planets with anomalies on planets. You know what? I don't want this. I think this is horrible. This is a horrible thing to do. It would choke the life out of your society. You want to talk about how do you get a society to stop innovating? Do something stupid like this. You know, when you go to college, for example, maybe not so much anymore, to be honest, but a university, the way that it's supposed to be is it's supposed to be a place that you can put forth ideals. And if your ideal is dumb, well, okay, you know, we talked about it, we hashed out, we threw ideas back and forth, it got shot to pieces by the class, but you put forth an idea, and maybe next year you put forth another idea that's not so dumb. The point is that if everybody's scared to put forth ideas, you stop getting ideas. All you have is the rote. All you have is the mass accepted. You have no innovation, no pushing of the envelope. You just have things that are trendy and are accepted by the mass population, or maybe pushed by quote unquote experts. You know, yuck, man. We would quickly be defeated, subsumed, assimilated by another more powerful empire if we decided to go down this road. And look at the mockery involved. Imagine being so full of yourself that you deride others for putting forth new ideas that are contrary to the status quo, in an effort to basically make fun of them as being lame and dumb and, in this case, within the context of this, unscientific, right? You, the one who is deciding not to explore new ideas, are calling others unscientific, and you're throttling the innovation and creativity of your society and guaranteeing that there will be a ceiling, a false ceiling placed on its advancement. Good job, loser. Like, no, we're not taking this. We're not taking this. Talk about hypocritical. Good grief. So it's between one of these two, and I think we're going to go Sheridan. We got to win 5 battles. This is probably the easiest one to accomplish, and this is a pretty decent. This seems like a decent upgrade at least. All righty. Confirm. All right. And we have 4 skills that we can assign. An Academy hero has joined your empire. The significance of this event should not be underestimated. Open the hero management screen to learn how to get the best out of your new heroes. So go here. Let's right away go down this line. Optimal operations expert. You get industry and agriculture. +2. Does that open this up? No? Okay. So then let's take this one and get +2 here. And then now we can come over here and grab, oh, that'll be next. Okay, apply skills. There we go. Now what I want to do is I want to assign her to, Primus would be my next most powerful colony. No governor, Lena Zalevis. Okay. And we're done with that. Yep, here she is. So she's in charge here now. Faction sovereignty taken by Aesop Grimm on the Epistes. And we gained Imperials. Okay. Where are the Epistes at? Is it Oslo? I don't think so. Where do I find these dudes at? Is it? It's not the diplomacy screen. Colonized by whom? Nearest. Okay, so it's not here. Maybe it was here. Yeah, here we go. Colonized and assimilate. I'm sorry, Master, but the Epistes were more insistent. You hear this message personally. You nod. Go ahead. A grainy holographic begins playing. Interference periodically interrupts the Epistes representative, and his words are rushed, but you understand the gist. A prominent Epistes has been abducted, and they want you to help. With your sophisticated forensics, analysis of the circumstances of the kidnap enables the kidnapper's vessel to be identified and tracked. Now it just needs to be caught. Intercept it. Okay. Show location. It's in the Laron system. This is where the Academy is at. It appears that it's maybe out in this area. We are going to send our fleet. Although I'm tempted to send the Explorer, because the Explorer needs to come here anyway. Yeah. And he's on his way anyhow. We'll hope that this vessel is more powerful than this one. I think it is. We just have to track him down. Okay, over here we are sieging. We could invade, but the pirates are at 438. I think that's back to full strength. And over here, I think my colony ship was not able to... No, I'm sorry. Is that a colony ship? Oh, that's a patrol ship. Here, move here, I'm sorry. Where is my colony ship at? Right here. This is a settler? Yes, it is. And system already colonized, right, okay. Large, toxic. This one's already colonized. We don't want to go here. This is already colonized. Unavailable, and everything else is inhospitable. This is a small forest planet. I'm not too interested in that. Solo quest started. Interstellar kidnap. Okay, yeah, we already looked at that. Alright, good deal. Let's end turn. Oh, tech is empty, that's right. Let's now grab electromagnetic shield, titanium slugs. I don't really use guns. We got that one already. Tactical armament, 750 damage done to attacker during ground battle, 250 defense force capacity, 150 manpower deployment limit, and titanium shrapnel. I'll go for this one. Looks like it's going to take 2 turns to research. And we'll end that turn. New event, a two-way street. The recent switch to industrialist politics in Oslo has left many unhappy. Chief among the dissidents is a radical splinter group who have begun raiding shipping lanes to disrupt economic activity. The governor has imprisoned the worst of the offenders and plans to deactivate several established historically significant space stations to build a network of newer, cheaper, secure waypoint systems for intra-system travel. I'm sorry, I had to mute Mike. The people have voted against his proposal, citing historical and cultural value. The decision falls to you. Is there not a workaround on that? Raiding shipping lanes to disrupt economic activity. Like, we don't have a way of renovating them? If we approve it, the orbital stations are indeed old, and the new waypoint network would give your system an economic boost as well as discouraging terrorist attacks. The sentimental citizens of Osula will just have to accept things. -10 approval, plus 20 dust, and increases the industrialist political ideology. Over here, we would veto it. If the people voted to preserve the space stations, they should certainly not be destroyed. It will be a little harder for the governor to implement his plan, and perhaps the system will suffer a few more dissident attacks, but ultimately the people should decide what their home system looks like, not you. I wonder if we'll run into a problem of direct democracy here. Socrates wrote about this. I think it was Socrates. It might have been Plato. Whoever wrote The Republic wrote about the dangers of a direct democracy where the masses are they're left unchecked, and so emotion enters into the equation. Whereas if you do more representative style government, it causes a more deliberate process to sort of put a check on impulsive voting, I guess. Which one would I take here? See, I don't like that idea, suffer a few more dissident attacks. Everything else I would be okay with. It seems like where there's a will, there's a way. There's got to be another solution, another answer. But suffer a few more dissident attacks? No. If that's the case, if your system is so archaic that it's causing those kinds of problems, it's time to move on. So we'll do this. Imminent victory. An unknown empire is close to achieving the conquest victory. Wow. And Calgaros population's been gained. Last political survey, it's getting pretty even. The industrialists are still in the lead, but science is jumping forward. What is this? Religious. We have seen a growth in our militarist party because we're investing in the technology. And we've also got a pirate system under siege. You can see these circles of influence. These continue to grow as the system gets bigger. Up here, I wanted to move towards here. Over here, I wanted to enter this system and fire a probe right here. And we found ruins, more ruins. And so we will now continue on this direction. Okay. Our other colony ship is just kind of sitting pretty right now. I don't know what to do with it. And we're at the end of this episode, so next episode we'll click this end turn and move to turn 57. Obviously, I'm not playing the game well. We're well behind in a lot of areas, but you should be getting an idea of how the game looks and getting some basics on how to play it yourself if you want to. I really kind of think that I'm missing something big on colonizing these other planets. I need to check that out. And I also need to look up some YouTube videos or guidance on forums or something on whether you should colonize everything. That's something that Stellaris has had questions on too. Should you just colonize the big planets or colonize everything? And there's some split ideals on that, but depending on the patches and the way the game mechanics are working, the prevailing sentiment right now on Stellaris, with population being king, is that you should colonize everything. So I'm wondering if maybe we ought to be doing the same here. So I'll try and research that and check that out, and hopefully have that info ready for the next episode. But again, I am Aesop Grimm. Thank you for coming by this channel. I hope you like what you saw. I hope all is well in your neck of the woods, and I will see you in the next episode where this story continues.